to anyone. If it's a crop disease of some sort, we might spread it to Rivalon. Looking for work, do you need a helping hand? Aye, the harvest looks like it'll be a disaster, and even the village elders do not understand why. If we don't find a solution, we'll all have to move to Rivertown simply to survive the winter. What happened to the harvest? It all started with the corn getting a strange greenish color to it, not a fungus, something nobody's had ever seen before. After 3 days, my cornfield was a swamp of decay. A fair sickened a body just to look at it. Of course, we couldn't sow the corn, and now my other crops are showing the same symptoms. Mine ain't the only farm that's been stricken around here, not by a long shot. Do you have any suspicions? Are you suggesting someone poisoned field? That would be terrible, insane. Everybody knows that if war breaks out this year, we'll need every mouthful of food from this harvest. War? What kind of war are you talking about? The orc war bands are gathering in large numbers to the southeast, and the Dougal army plans to attack them before they can invade us. A war with orc raiding parties. Sounds like an opportunity to pick up some light mercenary work. Do you know why the orcs are risking a war against the dukedom? I have no idea. You see, normally the different clans are happily locked in honor feuds with each other. Killing is the right of adulthood, you know, but they usually keep it all between orc and orc. Each clan has dozens of complicated rules of warrior etiquette, so anytime two or more clans meet up, it usually ends up in an insult to someone's honor and a new feud starts. How they overcome their infighting to attack us, I can't guess. But plain fact is that they have. Though no, perhaps as they're saying, the orcs plan to enslave the other races and loot the Duke's treasures. But it just doesn't feel right to me. Please, friend, I'm very busy overseeing the fattening of an ox. Please state your business. What's wrong with your harvest? My suspicions. What kind of war? Light mercenary work. No offense, chum, but you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't spoken to the scouts who've been down there. I have. The orc warbands are big. No scratch that, they're huge. They're getting bigger by the day. Said the orc tribes haven't gathered in such numbers since they aided us against the damned in the Age of Chaos. Nobody believes that the dwarves or the elves will help us this time either. And the human army we can muster might be fighting odds of 10 to 1. It's not that. That's not a war. It's last-ditch defense. How can you be sure that the elves and dwarves will fight against the orcs with us? Well, it's known that both those peoples have their own troubles just now, and human relations have been none too steady with any of the other races of late. Anyway, the elves and dwarves don't see much difference between humans and orcs. A pigskin, pink or green, is a pigskin. It's what they say of us. Well, perhaps they're hoping we'll wipe each other out. From the look of your clothes, I gather you're a humble farmer these days. Don't you be looking down your nose at me. I have to work in the fields from sunup to sunset. I wear a silken vest in the stables, you know. When I'm finished with work for the day, I'll put clothes on that are much more stylish. I'm just curious, what sort of clothes do you wear after your day's work? Oh, I love to wear exotic clothes. For example, I'm very fond of knee-length robes worn high elf fashion. A few weeks ago, I bought myself a white tunic that goes just perfectly with a robe of indigo silk I made myself. My dear, you should see me. In it under a red sunset. Anyway, it's good to get out of this rough burlap clothing. That's all I can say. Greetings, stranger. I'm very busy right now. I suggest you talk to my husband. He likes to talk to strangers. He was once a famous tailor, you know. Seen much of the world today. What's going on? The harvest looks like it'll be a catastrophe. The corn has grown well enough, but it's got some sickness that makes it inedible. Well, I have to work very hard to survive this winter. Break my heart if we have to abandon our farms and move to Rivertown. Tell me more about it. My Hugh is the main man trying to find a way to save the harvest. He's a sort of unofficial leader around here. Our corn takes it on a greenish colour, and after 3 days it suddenly dies off, then rots within hours. If you want to help us, then you should talk to Hugh. Tell me any more? Hugh's a good man, but he can waffle on sometimes. Before he settled down in the valley, he worked as a tailor for the most noble families in Verdus. The clothes he makes for sale are the best in the valley. Local people pay a high price for a set of them. Let's see. What else? He knows a lot about the other races, orcs, elves, and dwarves especially. Comes from all the travelling he did before we married. Oh, and just one thing. He likes to wear funny clothes of an evening. A bit feminine, if you catch my drift. Don't be shocked if he come after sunset. He's all man in bed, though. I'll have witness to that. So what did Hugh give up his job? It seems as if he had a great future in Verdus. Ah, yes. Well, Hugh fell out with one of his clients, so he tells me. A gracious lady who's particularly enjoyed Hugh's ministerings, or her husband was away. She got jealous of his other customers, if you catch my drift, threatened to call the assassin guild down on his head if he didn't promise to tail her just for her. My Hugh decided he needed a bit of country life and moved secretly out here. Best of luck for me. Met him while he was building his farm. Now I've got him all to myself. Real woman needs no assassin to hold on to a good man. Okay. I have to find that strange man in black. The Derber family in the farmlands are in trouble. Their harvest is failing and nobody knows why. He suspects that someone has poisoned their cornfields, but to find out who's responsible, they'll have to move to River Town. Giant spider, huh? Finn, why didn't he try to kill you? Are you only equal to spiders? Oh, my stranger, I saw him get visitors these days. Oh, with all the eerie goings on at night, my brother farmer stay away. Tell me what eerie goings on you mentioned earlier. The abbey to the north is cursed. It's no coincidence people are avoiding the place like the plague. But just lately, it got much worse. Curse is spreading. Night I'm wakened by ghostly voices that mutter and moan. Things I can't understand. The morning the cows give soured milk. Didn't think such a thing was possible. Ghostly voices. This is a windy valley. Are you sure not you're simply letting your imagination run away with you, my friend? It's definitely not the wind. There are audible words, though they make no sense to me. The voices start as whispers, barely audible, then they grow until you can hear them, even if you're locked in the indoor privy with blankets wrapped around your head. If you look out of the window, you see dark shapes dancing horribly in the moonlight. Dark shapes. They're not human. Sometimes I see the creatures glowing of their demonic eyes. They aren't dead creatures from the cursed abbey. I'm certain of it. Perhaps I should take a look at this cursed abbey. If you do, you're good as dead. What kind of horrors lurk in the abbey? The old Duke once said it swathed soldiers in there. None returned, but those outside heard the screams of their dying for days after. The undead tortured them to death, so they say. You're not fellow. Tell me a little about yourself. Name's Finn. Moved out here, Boomgate farmer years ago, after my sister. My own family died of pneumonia in Rivertown. Poor girl, selling herself on the cold street didn't do for her, you know. She'd love living out here in all this greenery. I can tell you that you loved your sister very much. I did. Father was killed in a knife fight 9 months before I was born. Mother died the day I came into the world, so my big sis took care of me. She soldiered on, even though she was always ill and couldn't stand the stinking alleys where she had to ply her trade. It's late. I have to be on the road again. This conversation. Also, there's a knight in that house. Greetings to you, stranger. Hope you're not one of those them villains who attack honest tradesmen driving roads these days. Worry not, you've none to fear from me if you behave yourself. What's your business being in this region? My name's Alan. I'm the trader. I'm a traveling merchant and I supply the farmers with any wares they call for. Maybe you're interested in buying something? No. The farmer hereabouts aren't in the mood for purchasing either. The recent troll attacks, you know, farmers are like to be driven off the land if it continues. So naturally, they don't think of anything else. It ain't good for my business. Troll attacks? Oh, why? Go to talk to Farmer Homer. If you want to hear about damn trolls, the farm is east to the bridge that connects the farmlands with Aelrod. Or perhaps you should talk to Reginald. Poor bastard lost his son to trolls lately. Like as not, he'll have a few insights for any who seek to harm the stinking beasts. Yes, I might. Another thing, if you stay on this road, you'll come to the Cursed Abbey. Be as cautious as a cat in a kennel near that place, for many strange and horrible tales from them, as has been too close. I would strongly advise you to give the Abbey a wide berth, but of course it's up to you. Right, enough talk. I have to visit a lot more farmers this day. What do you have? wish I had a way of comparing to what I already had. I hope I could be of service. Psst, over here, suffering gods. I haven't talked to anybody for what it feels like weeks. Did you see him? He's out there looking for me. Why are you so nervous, friend? I'm on the run, stranger. My name is Richard. I was a noble knight stationed at Stormfist Castle, but I made a grievous mistake. The late Duke's son sent an assassin after me. So why did the Duke's son hire an assassin to kill you? That malignant brat Janice wants me dead because I question the circumstances of his father's death. Something about how the old Duke died seemed fishy to me. So I look in the matter, but Janice found out. You suspect Janice killed his own dad? Tell me more about what you found out. Frankly, I doubted the Duke died of a heart attack. Been boar hunting with him. The man could have run up a mountainside as fast as I could run along the flat. Or I could before my legs got so knackered. I knew he had a heart as strong as a stag's, so I suspected someone else had killed him. Tell me more about the assassin. His name's Crawler, and he's a backstabber, 4th rank, in the Guild of Assassins. Like all evil men, he felt the need to have a good gloat over me when he thought me helpless. That's how I escaped him. Twice so far, the numbskull. But I'm getting tired now, and my legs hurt like hell from the creeping and running I've had to do over the past few days. Do you know where Crawler's hiding? It must be near my. I can feel his rotten presence. Being a 4th grade assassin, he's a master of stalking his prey. But nobody seems to have told him that nobody wears all black outfits out here in the farmlands. Spot him? You'll know him. It's spotting him in the first place that's the trick. Very well. I'll go and teach this assassin some tricks of my own. You'll please find him before he finds me. Shh. There's somebody moving about outside the barn. Oh, it's rats. Okay, safe. Roller. Okay, I don't see anyone. That could be an at night sort of deal. Are you mad to come back? I hope no one saw you, buddy else. I'm becoming a nervous wreck. I've seen people who suffer from persecution mania. You're really off your head with it. Persecution mania? Me, damn your eyes. Wait, there's some movement over there. Somebody's sneaking up on us. That's a frog. A knight is hiding in one nearby stables. An assassin who seems to be nearby is hunting. Promised to see if I could find this would-be murderer, give him a taste of his own medicine. Oh, I just realized. Remember the person whose wagon was disappearing? Maybe it's the crashed one I saw elsewhere. Didn't expect you back so soon, my friend, but my grandfather always used to say that if a person ever visited farmlands, they'd always come back. Wouldn't be surprised if one day you'd settle down here yourself, wanderer though you may be. Then what can I do for you? For nothing, sadly. The Markham River town is having a hard time at the moment, so I'm told troubles have fueled a thriving black market, and answers are having a tough time beating. It's a shame. Most of the foes have a hard bargain, but they're not crooks. Kurosaki is very active lately. The damn place has always been haunted by the undead, but recently strange things have been happening on the nearby farms. Milk turning sour on the cows' udders, strange noises at night. So I was told. It's enough to give you shudders. Farmlands are rotten at their core. It used to be a beautiful place, and it still is to look at it, but the real beauty that used to be at the heart of these lands is gone. Something's evil's befallen my home. It's become a sinister place. You still seem to be worried, my friend Rufus. What disturbs you? Well, it doesn't seem like much, but it's... Okay. The spider opened the gate. Huh. Never did check the corpse by the inn. Okay, there's the assassin. Crawler. What are you doing here? Get out. Are you the mysterious assassin following Sir Richard? What? You know? Then that means you know where Sir Richard is. Tell me. No, not hand over an innocent person to the likes of you. Then I'll beat it out of you. Well, we dealt with the sinister man, and we've given you some compost. He's not very good at his job, is he?